She didn't announce a farewell tour, she didn't say goodbye, she just vanished. The peak of pop domination, Rihanna stepped away from music and left the world guessing. No albums. No timelines, only silence where hits once lived. Fans called it a break, critics called it laziness, but the truth was far more complicated. Rihanna wasn't running from music, she was running toward control. After years of non-stop releases, relentless touring, and industry pressure, success had started to feel like a cage. Walking away wasn't quitting. It was survival. And coming back would demand something the industry wasn't ready to give. By the time Rihanna released album after album almost yearly, cracks were already showing. The industry praised her work ethic, but rarely questioned the cost. She was marketed as unstoppable, yet treated as replaceable. Tours overlapped, promotion never paused, creativity became obligation. Critics now admit what they ignored then. Rihanna wasn't given space to evolve, only pressure to deliver. When music becomes a factory line, even passion turns mechanical. Walking away exposed a deeper industry flaw. Artists are celebrated for endurance, not well-being. Rihanna's silence wasn't mysterious, it was the sound of burnout the system refused to acknowledge. As Rihanna matured, her image didn't. The industry kept selling the same version of her, rebellious, seductive, untouchable. Long after she outgrew it, evolution is praised in theory, but punished in practice. Every new era was expected to shock, not reflect. When Rihanna slowed down, critics framed it as loss of relevance instead of self-definition. She wasn't disappearing. She was resisting being frozen in a profitable persona. Stepping away became the only way to regain control. Her absence exposed a hard truth. For women in pop, growth is often treated as a risk, not a right. Rihanna's absence from music wasn't laziness or loss of passion, it was a quiet rebellion. In an industry that demands constant output, stepping back felt radical. Fans begged for albums, labels hinted at deadlines, headlines questioned her commitment. But Rihanna chose silence over burnout. She watched others chase relevance while she protected her sanity. The gap between releases became symbolic, exposing how little rest artists are allowed. Her pause forced a question the industry avoids. Should success require constant sacrifice? By refusing to rush her return, Rihanna reclaimed time, something pop stars rarely own. As Rihanna stepped back from recording, she didn't disappear, she redirected her power. While critics focused on the missing album, she was quietly building an empire. Fenty wasn't a side project, it became a global force, redefining beauty, fashion, and representation. For the first time, Rihanna wasn't the product, she was the owner. That shift changed everything. Returning to music now meant lowering the priority of ventures she controlled completely. The industry struggled to accept that music was no longer her center. Success outside the charts challenged the old belief that artists must live and die by albums. With every year away, Rihanna's return grew heavier. The longer the silence, the higher the expectations climbed. Fans didn't just want new music, they wanted a masterpiece. Anything less risked disappointment, backlash, or claims she had lost it. The industry created an impossible standard: come back bigger than ever or don't come back at all. That pressure can paralyze even the most confident artist. For Rihanna, returning to music wasn't about writing songs anymore, it was about surviving the judgment waiting on the other side of release day. Motherhood didn't pause Rihanna's career, it rewrote it. Becoming a parent shifted her priorities in ways the industry rarely plans for. The timelines, deadlines, and non-stop pace of pop no longer fit her life. Yet public conversation framed motherhood as an obstacle instead of a transformation. Some questioned whether she would ever come back, as if creation must stop for care to begin. For Rihanna, music became something to return to when it felt honest, not obligatory. Her journey exposed how the industry still struggles to accept that artists are allowed to evolve beyond constant visibility. Time didn't just distance Rihanna from music, it changed her relationship with it. The sounds that once defined her no longer reflected who she had become. Returning meant choosing between nostalgia and honesty. Fans expected hits that felt familiar, while Rihanna faced the challenge of expressing a life transformed by success, loss, love, and maturity. Reinvention has always been risky, especially for artists with legendary catalogs. Any new sound would be judged against memories, not intentions. The longer she waited, the harder it became to create freely, because evolution rarely matches expectation. Even in silence, the industry never let Rihanna go. Every award show appearance became a rumor, every photo sparked theories. Labels, media, And fans treated her absence like a countdown, not a choice. This constant anticipation turned her legacy into a waiting room. Ironically, the same system that once overworked her now demanded her return to save pop music. That pressure reveals an uncomfortable truth: the industry values icons most when they're missing, but rarely respects the reasons why. For Rihanna, coming back meant re-entering a machine that never learned patience. Rihanna's return was never delayed by a lack of talent or inspiration, it was delayed by clarity. Coming back meant deciding who she was willing to be for the public again, and who she refused to become. Music wasn't the problem, expectation was. The industry wanted a version of Rihanna that fit its timelines, not her truth, but she had already outgrown the need to prove herself. If she returns, it won't be to reclaim a throne, it will be to speak honestly, on her own terms. That's why the comeback took so long. Rihanna reached a level of fame where traditional milestones stopped mattering. Chart positions, sales numbers, even awards lost their power to define success. Yet the industry kept measuring her by outdated standards, as if dominance must be constant to be real. This disconnect fueled criticism. If she wasn't releasing, she must be fading. But Rihanna was operating beyond the finish line others were still chasing. Her career exposed a flaw in pop culture thinking: that relevance expires without constant visibility. In reality, her silence proved the opposite. True icons don't vanish, they reshape the rules. Rihanna's absence exposed a double standard the industry rarely confronts. Male artists are praised for disappearing, experimenting, or aging quietly. Women, however, are interrogated for every pause. Rihanna wasn't just questioned about music, she was questioned about her worth. Headlines framed her time away as abandonment, not evolution. The same freedom granted to others became controversial when she claimed it. This imbalance reveals how pop culture still ties female artists to constant output and visibility. Rihanna's decision to step back wasn't just personal, it challenged a system uncomfortable with women choosing longevity over exhaustion. In an era of constant posting and oversharing, Rihanna chose mystery. While others stayed visible to survive algorithms, she disappeared and somehow became louder. Every rare appearance felt intentional. Every silence added weight. Critics called it risky, but the result was control. Why not feeding the machine? She broke its rhythm. Rihanna proved that presence doesn't always mean visibility, sometimes it means restraint. The industry struggles with this idea because mystery can't be managed or scheduled. Her absence didn't weaken her brand, it strengthened it. She turned scarcity into power, and attention followed naturally. If Rihanna returns, it won't be to the same industry she left. Streaming changed release cycles. Algorithms replaced radio, attention spans shrank. The rules now reward speed, not depth. Coming back means navigating a landscape that punishes patience and experiments less kindly with legends. There's also the risk of comparison, not just to her past work, but to an era that no longer exists. The pressure isn't about topping charts, it's about translating authenticity into a system built for volume. For Rihanna, returning means deciding whether today's industry deserves her voice at all. Rihanna didn't walk away from music because she failed, she walked away because she succeeded. She reached a place where creation no longer needed urgency, validation, or permission. Her journey forces a final question: should artists owe the world constant access, or are they allowed to protect their truth? Whether she releases another album or not, Rihanna already changed the definition of success. And if she returns, it won't be nostalgia, it will be intention. Her silence wasn't an ending, it was a boundary. If you want more deep, honest celebrity documentaries like this, subscribe and stay curious.